The first team we're going to welcome is the refs and the NSOs. And NSOs are the non-skating officials. So, on the officials team, we have Kiravi, Honk, Ferret Rocher, Iggy, Sina, Moinster, Oxy, Mayday, Gasoline, Armageddon, Mama Cat, Röven, Mercy Biku, Shortistic, Jelly, Lemur, Points Failure, Ground Princess, Antidote, Fruit, and Miscalculation. Give them all a big round of applause, please. Next, we have the visiting team from Milton Keynes, the Concrete Cows. We'll wait until the music is running. Here we go. Milton Keynes. Player number 05 is Thunder Fives. Number 10 is Curl Jam. 148 is Doppler Blue. 1789 is French Revolution. 1963, Misbehavior. 258, Tasmanian Devil. 407, Bamazon Warrior. 55, Claudia Face Off. 57, Magic Beanz. 63, Beehive Bedlam. 804, Slay J. 86, Shanks, and 919, Pterodactyl. Give it up for Milton Keynes. And finally, we have Copenhagen B team, the home game of the day, the home team of the day. Give them all a big round of applause already. Are you ready? Here they come. We have 00 Switch, 1337, MC Rowhammer. Number 15 is Halfling, 19 is Brutalis, 21 Bloody Mess, 47 Nightshade, 63 Cosmo, 65 Peligro, 68 Mazamora, 69 BethAmphetamine, 99 Hurricane, and 95 Tricky Pain. So we have 3.5 minutes until the game begins. Can I ask the audience, is anyone watching their first roller derby game today? Hands up. So some new faces to the sport. I'll do my best to explain some of the rules along the way. If you ever have questions, give me a wave or come down to me and I'll try to answer the best I can. Today we have 3 games and 3 teams. So of course we have the 2 teams playing right now, and then we have a team from Portsmouth, who I believe are over here, getting ready to play their games, I suppose, by figuring out what these 2 teams do, getting some strategies, seeing what they're doing. This first game will begin in 2 minutes at 12, and then I believe the next game, is it 2:30? 2:30 and 5. Great. Second game, 2:30, final game, 5 o'clock. So there's plenty of time to bring your friends along, text them now, and they'll arrive on time for the next games. So in a minute and a half, the teams will line up. You'll see that each team has up to 15 players, but only 5 players will be on track at a time. It looks like Milton Keynes are getting on track a little early. You can see one skater has a star, one skater has a stripe on the helmet. So the skater with the star is the jammer, and the skater with the stripe is the pivot. Jammers go forward, all other skaters stay put once we get started. I'm sure you'll see very soon. So the jammer's goal is to get through all the blockers and score points by getting out of the pack and then coming back around and passing everyone again. Blocker's job is to stop the opposing jammer and help their own jammer along the way. And so the first jam begins. Both jammers out of the pack straight away. We've got 407, who's Bamzon Warrior, and our very own MC Rowhammer. A quick jam to begin this game. You'll notice that MC Rowhammer tapped her hips repetitively, and that means that this jam stops. This time we have Tricky Pain jamming for Copenhagen and Magic Beanz for Milton Keynes. Tricky's almost out on the inside but gets recycled. Whoop. And Tricky is out. Milton Keynes straight behind. We've got some nice quick jams here in the beginning of the game. And the first points of the game go to Copenhagen. 4 points for Tricky and the Copenhagen team. A jammer scores a point for each set of opposing hips that they pass on the scoring pass. So the first time they get out of the big group called the pack, they don't earn any points, but if they're the first person out, that means that they are the lead jammer and get the ability to call it off. Here we have Nightshade jamming for Copenhagen, getting lead straight away. And here she comes to score points. And calling it off after 4 points. A nice clean jam for Copenhagen. So that's Bamzon Warrior out, lead for Milton Keynes. And with BethAmphetamine right behind. Let's see what the blockers do in the meantime. It looks like we have 2 red players, so 2 Milton Keynes players in the box. When you do something you're not allowed to do in roller derby, you get a penalty, and that means you have to exit the track and sit in the penalty box over there. You have to stay there for 30 seconds, and if the jam ends while you're in the box, you have to stay in the box until the next jam begins, and then your 30 seconds continue. You can see one player is standing. That means that that player has less than 10 seconds left in the box and will return to track shortly. And despite only having 2 blockers on track, it looks like the Milton Keynes jammer got lead. Some nice jammer on jammer action. Recycling each other. And a call-off, but right as the final blocker exits the block, which means that Milton Keynes gets to begin the next jam with all 4 blockers on track. So I've got a question from the audience about why the 2 jammers stopped halfway through. That is because one of them managed to push the other one off track, and then you can recycle, which means you can move backwards, and then the person who exits track has to go back on behind that person. I suspect that the Milton Keynes jammer was trying to get a few extra seconds to pass so that the final blocker can come out of the box. And it's another lead for Milton Keynes, but Tricky Payne is right on that skater's heels. Nice speedy jamming and a quick call-off. So that's a 0-0 jam. Often in roller derby, there's a lot of 0-0 jams, and sometimes people wonder why. Because of course you want points, but you also want to control how many points the other team gets. So if I am a jammer and I have another jammer right behind me, I know maybe I'll get a point, but maybe they'll also get points. And then it might just be worth it to save my energy, call it off straight away, and save us some time. So we have Beanz and Warrior and Nightshade right behind. And the first Copenhagen penalty. Beanz and Warrior looking at the bench to see what to do, I think. Gets a few quick points and calls it. So 1 point for Milton Keynes and 1 for Copenhagen. We've got 1 blocker in the box from each team. This is always an interesting way to start a jam because there's a bit more space for the jammers to get through. Fewer people in the way. So let's see if we get another quick jam. Oh, a good push from Hurricane, but leads to Milton Keynes. BethAmphetamine not far behind. Not very many blockers on track. So another quickly called jam. It looks like Copenhagen got some points. But did Milton Keynes get any points? I don't see. 0, yeah. You'll notice when you watch roller derby that there are almost as many people not on the track who are helping than there are on the track. We have so many refs, and 2 of the refs that might be nice to keep an eye on are the jam refs. Each jammer has 1 ref following them, so we have Jelly following MC Rowhammer right now, indicating that MC Rowhammer has lead by holding up an L, and now showing how many points MC Rowhammer has scored by showing 4 fingers. Limois is following the Milton Keynes jammer and indicating that that jammer is not lead by doing this big swishy motion. And once the jammer reaches pack, Limois will stop and start counting points. But MC Rowhammer calls it off ahead of time. All the refs who are not the 2 counting points will be keeping track of everything else. So we have the outside pack refs who might be looking for cuts. That means stepping outside of the track, or they'll be looking for contact penalties, such as hitting someone's back or head or foot. Anything like that is not illegal, or is not legal in roller derby. Oh, very close call, but it looks like Jelly is pointing to Tricky Payne, which means Tricky is lead. And Lemur is doing the not lead signal. Very speedy jam. Apart from the refs, we also have non-skating officials. They are all the people dressed in black who are not on skates. We have 2 people in the middle with clipboards who are keeping track of penalties. We have Honk with a whistle and a timer keeping track of time. And we have 4 people in the penalty box and 3 people by the scoreboard. And Nightshade is out of the pack with Beanz right behind. And she passes 1, 2, 3 or 4 blockers before calling it off. And it was a 3-3 jam. So the score at the moment is 22-10 with the home team in the lead. And there's a team timeout for Milton Keynes. Any rules questions from the audience? Do you understand everything? Yeah? Yes. If you get a penalty, do you mean? Yes, then it's 30 seconds from when you sit down in the penalty box. Yeah, so if you get out within those 30 seconds, like if the jam, which is the time that they're actually playing, goes on for the full 2 minutes, then maybe you'll get out. But otherwise you'll sit and someone will keep track and be like, okay, you have 15 seconds left, and then in the next segment of the game you have 15 seconds. Make sense? It does, yes. That's why they have people to keep track of that kind of thing. So we had a question while there was a timer out about penalty box and about how long you're in the penalty box. From the moment you sit down in the box, you have 30 seconds before you can get up and go back. Oh. Okay. There's an official timeout. I'm going to shut up. And we're live. I'll keep on talking. Okay. So after the 30 seconds, you stand up and rejoin. That does mean that your team has fewer people on track. So right now we have 3 blockers from each team on track and 1 jammer. So Beth has lead. And she's coming around to score some points. So Beth is the jammer in black and scoring points by passing all the blue or all the red blockers. And once again, Bamson Warrior got lead, zooming out of the pack and around to score some points before MC Rowhammer comes back into the pack as well. Some quick points and a quick call-off, but was it quick enough? It looks like Copenhagen got 2 points and Milton Keynes 3. So there's 2 Copenhagen blockers in the box sitting down, and that means that we only have Peligro and Bloody Mess on track to help Tricky Payne. interesting slow start. Tricky tries to escape on the outside, but is recycled, and Beanz is lead. For the first time in this game, we had a jammer star come off, but it's put right back on. I will explain those rules later, once they become relevant. So Milton Keynes is sneaking up on Copenhagen. We've got the points of 32 to 21. And Nightshade is out. And we have a star pass for the first time this game. So the Milton Keynes jammer removed the star from the helmet and passed it to the pivot. The pivot is the person with the stripe on the helmet, and you can see that the pivot currently has the star now on the helmet. This means that the pivot now is the jammer, and we have a special moment for the pivot to score some pivot points. We also have the Copenhagen jammer in the box, so this is what we call a power jam in roller derby, which just means that there's one jammer on track, and that means everyone is focused on that jammer. So all the red blockers right now can help their jammer, and all the black blockers will be trying to stop that jammer. But the 30 seconds have passed, and Nightshade is back on track. Even though Nightshade had lead when she exited the track, she loses lead the moment she gets a penalty, which means that this is going to be a full 2-minute jam, and it will run until the timer goes off. And Nightshade is out, scoring 4 points for Copenhagen, the first 4 points of this jam. We can see Nightshade, the jammer from Copenhagen, going back and forth right now. That's because the Milton Keynes team are pushing her off track, and then she has to re-enter track behind everyone she was behind when she got pushed off. Slammers and Warrior out. Spammers and Warrior, sorry. And BethAmphetamine right behind. Another quick jam, probably. Let's see. Very smooth call off there. We are halfway through the first period of the first game today, so I think it's time to tell you a little bit about our halftime entertainment. We have some lovely line dancers here to perform for you. They have been line dancing for 25 years together, and I'll tell you more about them very soon. But there's a little teaser for you. Okay, and we're back. Official timeouts mean it's time for the announcer to be quiet so the officials can be official. And the jam begins. And Rowhammer's out straight away, but can Copenhagen hold the other jammer? Not for long. So one more quick jam, it looks like. Some quick points. And Rowhammer taps her hips, calling it off. I would also like to thank our sponsor of the club, our new sponsor, Sucker Punch Skate Shop, who have given us a great discount on our skates for our juniors and our fundamental skaters. If you think this looks fun, come join us. We have fundamentals intakes twice a year, which means you can come and learn to skate. I will teach you how to fall, teach you how to get up again, and then teach you how to do all of this. We also have a juniors team. How old do you need to be a junior? 10 to 18 for the juniors team. And we run the juniors team in Danish and English, so anyone is allowed to come and join. And we will have skates that the juniors can borrow very, very, very soon. So it's really easy to sign up. I'm looking at a junior, maybe, right now. We'll see. But anyone here in the crowd can join this. If you don't like whacking into people, you can become a ref. If you don't like skating, you can become an NSO. If you don't want to do any of that, you can do other stuff. Because as you see, roller derby is a sport where we need a village to run these bouts. We have the skaters, we have the officials, we have the people in the merch booth ready to sell you stuff, we have the people fixing the track, we have people bringing snacks, we have people doing streaming, so if you're not available to come watch us, you can always watch us online. And the more the merrier, so please do join us. So 4 points for Copenhagen again, and 0 for Milton Keynes. You have probably seen this already, but roller derby runs in these little rounds. We call each round a jam. Jams can be up to 2 minutes, but as you see, often they are a lot shorter. Jams end when the lead jammer does the signal to end the jam, the little hip tap, or when Honk, who is jam timing, whistles to end the jam after 2 minutes. Bammers and Warrior lead again, Nightshade right behind. Oh, no, Nightshade got a cut penalty. Cut penalties are when you leave the track, but then re-enter in front of someone who is supposed to be behind, gaining an advantage. So now Bammers and Warrior has 30 seconds to get as many points as possible before Nightshade rejoins track. We can see Milton Keynes ready to do some kind of offense maybe. They're going to scoop up the side and help their jammer get around on the inside. But it was not quite successful. Instead, Cosmo is recycling the jammer. But she got around. Let's give Bammers and Warrior a round of applause. This is a long jam. It takes a lot of energy to keep on going. And another 4 points for Bammers, and she calls it. That was 12 points for Milton Keynes, bringing the score to 4-7-4-1, so it's pretty close, and only with 10 minutes left in this half of the game. and the jam begins. BethAmphetamine pushing up front. And Beanz escaping on the outside. So Beth has a few seconds to get some points before Beanz comes back to the pack, and she calls it. Was that the full 4 points, or was it just 3? 3 points to Copenhagen. And with less than 10 minutes left before the halftime, I would like to point out the merch booth. We have merch, I think, from all 3 teams today. So a really nice way to support these lovely teams is to buy a t-shirt or a carabiner from one of them, or stickers. Lots of great stickers, I think. So go down and have a look in the halftime. And that's Shanks getting out as lead. But Rowhammer right behind. Let's see if Shanks gets any points. Rowhammer's speeding right behind. So they call it off, I think passing one blocker, but because someone was in the box, they get the point for that blocker as well. And we start the next jam with 1 Copenhagen blocker in the box, which means we have 3 Copenhagen blockers and 4 Milton Keynes blockers, giving a nice advantage to the Milton Keynes team. A nice escape on the outside. Let's give it up for Tricky Payne. And Beanz and Warrior right behind. Wow. Lovely little apex jump from Tricky, our bounciest jammer. Big push to the Milton Keynes jammer, recycling the jammer to the back. You can see the Copenhagen blockers are a little bit spread out. If they can get together, they usually make it a lot harder for the jammer to get past. Nice big hit from Beanz. And a call-off. So that's Shanks once again getting lead, and Rowhammer right behind. A really good little jammer chase. But it was a 0-0 jam, because both teams' blockers. Okay, question from the audience. Why do they skate all the way around and then call it right before getting points? I think that's just a risk assessment issue, I guess. So like, while you're skating around, you'll be thinking, oh, maybe I can just get ahead. It also depends on where the blockers are. If the blockers are in a nice way to get like one little point and then call it, then you'd keep on going. But when you see that the situation is less advantageous, you just call it off. And Bammers and Warrior out again, bam, bam, bam. And BethAmphetamine right behind. And a call-off. Again, this is an incredibly close game. We have 56 to 49 points. So everything can still change. Can we have a cheer for the home team? And can we have a cheer for Milton Keynes for traveling all this way to play us? And a cheer for the officials. A bigger cheer for the officials, please. Lovely. Nightshade is out again. She has lead. All the other jammers are kind of standing still. All the other blockers are standing still. It seems that Bammers is in the box, giving Nightshade a great opportunity to get some points and maybe extend the difference between these two teams' points at the moment. Everyone's back on track. It looks like Nightshade is going to keep on going. Oh, a big hit from Milton Keynes. Bammers and Warriors out of their initial pass. Nightshade getting some final points and then calling it before Bammers gets any points. That's a 12-0 jam. Okay, we have 3 minutes and 42 seconds left. Oh, is this an official timeout? I'll be quiet. Is it a team timeout? Okay, never mind. I think it's a team timeout. I'm going to keep on talking. I would like to tell you a little bit more about our halftime entertainment. They are standing right behind me, getting ready. Once again, it is some lovely line dancers coming here to perform to us today. They have danced together for 25 years, and in their own words, they are still happy amateurs. So stay put, stay in your seats once this half is done so that you can experience them and cheer for them. Their name is the Outliners. They're from Pan Idræt. And this will be the first time they come to perform for us. So probably a couple more jams for this half, and then we go to a break. And Milton Keynes is out. That's Shanks jamming for Milton Keynes, but Tricky is right behind. Let's see if Tricky can overtake them. Tricky's a very, very speedy jammer, coming up behind, maybe for a quick overtake. And Shanks calls it off to avoid Tricky scoring points. So it's another 0-0 jam. Rowhammer's out first, but Beanz right behind. Let's see what happens. Can Rowhammer get around on the inside? Yes, but maybe Beanz could too. With a nice little jump, it looks like Beanz got 2 points and Rowhammer got 4 for their respective teams. So now we're at 72-51. A 21 points difference. Big hit, but also a back block. We're just going to get the medic. Everyone else, we will just stay occupied and look otherwhere. We thankfully have some medics here today to take care of our skaters. Roller derby is an intense sport. Sometimes things happen, but hopefully that was just a little hit. So thank you to our medics for taking care of our skaters today. We have 1 minute and 38 seconds left on the clock for this period. And then we go to our halftime entertainment. Is Macbeth in the audience right now? Because if she is, please come to me. Nope, okay. So we have a little jammer switcheroo. One jammer's in the box and the other jammer sits down. In this situation, the second jammer to sit down will have as much time that the second or the first jammer sat. So if the first jammer's in the box for 5 seconds, then the next jammer only gets 5 seconds, which is why this jammer, I think Shanks, is standing up already. However, Beth has had a chance to gain lead and is scoring, or ready to score some points. And another round of points for Beth. And Shanks is out of their initial pass, ready to score some points if Beth gives them a chance. Oh, Beth is pushed out to the inside and recycled by Milton Keynes. She'll try to get the final points, but decides to call it. And so the first half of this game has ended. Stay in your seats, everyone, for our halftime entertainment. And yes, give everyone a round of applause for this first half. Someone asked, where should everyone go in the break? They should stay seated to watch the halftime entertainment, and afterwards, they should go and buy some merch.
Vi kan gøre det på en anden måde. Jeg kan gøre det på en måde, hvor jeg kan finde ud af det.
Halftime entertainment is coming very soon. We just have some technical difficulties with music. But we have a whole team, so we'll figure this out. So once again, the halftime entertainment is the line dancers outliners who have been dancing together for 25 years. Oh, here she comes to save the day. We have Macbeth, Alex. Macbeth er her. Right here. Once again, it takes a village to get these roller derby bouts to work, and apparently our music person was also the person selling you tickets in the door. So she just came down, and hopefully we'll sort it out now. Who's excited for line dance? I think we're good. In just a minute. 30 seconds maybe, who knows? Give it up for the outliners.
godt i elevator. Det er hvad, jeg kan skåre dig. Ja, præcis.
Thank you once again to the outliners. Okay, so that wasn't an intermission where you got to buy a lot of merch. Don't worry, I think we have people down in the merch booth during the game, and there's plenty of time to buy merch after the game as well, so it's all fine. Our official team's getting ready in the middle. Officially the most official team of the day. I think we have some more audience members since the beginning of the first game. Again, I'm talking a lot of English. Hvis der er nogen, der gerne vil have, at jeg taler lidt dansk og forklarer regler på dansk, så må I gerne lige vifte lidt med hænderne, og så, der er nogen derovre. Yes, fedt. I er også velkommen til at sætte jer lidt tættere på, og så kan jeg bare snakke til jer. Men det er op til jer. Hvad end I har lyst til. Men jeg skal nok skifte lidt imellem dansk og engelsk uanset. Okay, we have some Danish people now, so I'm gonna be switching around a bit. Which is nice for me, because then I've got more things to say, because I say the same thing twice. Velkommen til Roller Derby, jer som er kommet her i dag. Tak fordi I kommer og ser på. Vi er en klub, som bruger en hel masse energi på at få de her dage til at virke, så vi er bare så glade for, at der er en masse tilskuere. I er velkommen til at få første række her, hvis I har lyst. Hvis I har lyst. Her, ja. Bare heroppe, ja. Det er så fint. Det er sjovt at se. Noget I kan se lidt også i starten. Sejt. Det er første gang I ser Roller Derby. Okay. Lige præcis, ja. Så jammeren får 1 point for hver af de andre, de overhælder. Så ofte er det 4, fordi der ligesom er 4 af de andre, de kan overhælde. Okay, 5 seconds for the first jam. We have 30 minutes left in this game. The score right now is 84-56. Let's see what it is in 30 minutes. So both jammers out quite quickly. We have Amazon taking lead once again. Zooming around with Rowhammer right behind. Let's see if we get some jammer and jammer action. You never know. A quick call off. And a quick lead to Beanz and Tricky Pain right behind. This is a very, very speedy game. The jammers are not taking a long time to get their initial pass, which means we have a lot of races and a lot of quick call-offs. So another 0-0 jam. The score is still 84-56. We have French Revolution out first with Nightshade right behind. Let's see, a couple of quick points maybe and a quick call off once again. I think this is the first official review of the game. Each team has the opportunity to call an official review whenever they think something maybe hasn't been called correctly, but I'm going to be quiet so that the officials can do their thing. BethAmphetamine gets lead, but Amazon Warrior is right behind. We can see the Milton Keynes pivot returning from the box. Maybe she can help Amazon, but Beth calls it off quickly. De er også fra England. De er fra Portugal. So, in case you didn't know, we have 3 teams playing today. We have the 2 teams playing right now from Copenhagen and Milton Keynes in England. And then we have a team from Portsmouth, also in England, coming later. MC Rowhammer gains lead, but with Beanz right behind. A very speedy race. Will they get any points? Yes, both teams earned points. It seems like 2 points each. So could have been a 0-0. Instead, it's a 2-2 jam. I think I'll take the time again to thank our sponsor. Copenhagen Roller Derby recently got a sponsor who is Sucker Punch Skate Shop. They give all us skaters a nice discount and a bigger discount for the club to buy skates for our fundamental skaters and our juniors skaters. So if you think this looks fun and you want to learn to skate and you want to learn a bit of roller derby, you can sign up. I think our next intro will be at the end of January. Juniors can start anytime, and I think you have to be between 10 and 18 to be a junior. Tricky Payne called it off at 94 points. It looks like we're not far from 100. Fast jammers, Bamson comes out ahead, earning lead. A very quick call-off. You may have noticed that the red blockers had tried to keep one black blocker at the back. That means that Bamson would be able to come around and get one quick point and call it off. In Copenhagen, we call it taking an egg. Other teams call it goating. I don't know why. That's just what it's called. Roller derby is fun, or full of silly names for things, for our strategies, for our skaters and refs, of course. Let's see, BethAmphetamine is out at the front. Gets lead, but Beanz is so close, right behind. Oh, it looks like a forearm penalty for Beth. So this is a power jam. Power jams are whenever there's only one jammer on track. It means they have a lot of power to do something, but it also means there's a lot of chaos because everyone is swarming towards them. Beth got a penalty for using her forearm. In roller derby, you're not allowed to grab anyone or hit anyone with your arm, only with your torso and the rest of your body. Whoa, some sneaky jam from Beth. Returning to the track. A call-off and a last-minute penalty to one of the red skaters. Very speedy to Rowhammer. Give it up for that sneaky, sneaky jammer. You can see the Copenhagen blockers in the front are in, or they were in, a nice little tripod. Recycling back the jammer, giving Rowhammer lots of time to get some points. The Milton Keynes jammer has removed the star, so maybe they'll pass it to the pivot. Only issue is the pivot was in the box, returning now. Rowhammer gets another 4 points, bringing Copenhagen across the 100 mark. 102 points for Copenhagen, and Rowhammer goes in for more. Hungry, hungry jammer always wants points. Slamming through the Milton Keynes blockers. Out on the inside, and 8 points. No, I think maybe 12 points total for Copenhagen this jam. So far we've had 2 12-point jams. Let's see if we break the record. It looks like it. And she calls it. So one more 12-0-point jam. Bringing Copenhagen, oh no, actually 16 points to Copenhagen this jam. The highest scoring jam of this game so far, bringing Copenhagen to 110 points. And speedy Bamazon out with Tricky Payne right behind. I think the 2 speediest jammers from both teams. Very, very fast, but a big crash at the end. Looks like everyone is smiling though. Part of roller derby is just crashing into people and then crashing into the floor. Do we have any audience questions about any of the rules? Do you all understand everything? I think so. Impressive. I don't understand anything, and I've played this for 4 years. And Nightshade gets some quick points by pushing her own blocker ahead of her to get some space. So maybe I should mention, one of the jammers got a forearm penalty before, and I think I said that that's because you're not allowed to use your arms to do anything, but you're not allowed to do anything to your opponents. You can use your friends as much as you want. So if you're stuck behind someone who is on your own team, you might just want to push them aside, like our jammer just did right now. BethAmphetamine is pushing up ahead, stringing out the red blockers. Can she stay on track, or will she be pushed out and recycled? Oh. And a recycle it is. Recycles happen anytime someone gets pushed out. Other people will sometimes skate backwards, so that that person who was pushed out has to skate backwards and go in behind them. But Beth got a cut, unfortunately. It seems that while she fell, one of her skates went outside of the track. Unfortunately, that still counts as a cut. The star has been passed to the pivot from Milton Keynes, so we have an opportunity for some pivot points. Pivot points are the same as other points, except they're scored by pivots, so they're extra cool. And a nice big hit. You may hear our head ref, Mercy Biku, shouting no pack right now. That's because the blockers need to stay together. They need to be one big pack, and if they get split up, then there's no pack, and then they're not allowed to block. BethAmphetamine is back on track. A nice big hit to the Milton Keynes blockers, and she is out. But not without another penalty. Back to the box. She got another forearm, I believe. So 25 more seconds left for Milton Keynes to pick up as many points as possible and close the gap between the two teams' points. You'll notice that the Milton Keynes blockers are staying behind. they're ready to go in and do some offense for their jammer on the inside, and it looks like it was a success because French is through, once again scoring another 4 points, bringing it to a total of 12 points to Milton Keynes. Rowhammer's out of the box, but not without Bamazon skating right behind. Another very, very quick jammer pairing. Looks like Rowhammer got a few points maybe before a quick call off, but she did go out of track, so I'm sure some of the refs are trying to figure out how many points Rowhammer got before exiting the track. Obviously, you can only get points while you're on track. 3 points to Copenhagen for that one. And they're off. Tricky Pain is in front, but does not, in fact, have lead. Milton Keynes have lead. We can tell that by Jelly, the ref, pointing at Milton Keynes. The reason why that jammer got lead, even though they weren't in front, is because they were the first person out of the pack. And then I think Tricky Pain must have just overtaken that jammer in the second after the jammer got lead. And then it's still Milton Keynes who has lead. And a bit of a wipeout at the beginning of this jam, but that gives Nightshade maybe an opportunity to escape the pack. Nope, it's a recycle. And Copenhagen's Cosmo gets a penalty. This is Cosmo's first season back after a little break from roller derby, so we're very happy to have her back, even though she's in the box. Oh, and Nightshade has a penalty too, so this is a power jam for Milton Keynes. So 2 Copenhagen blockers in the box and 1 jammer. That's a perfect opportunity for the Milton Keynes team, except that jammer also got a penalty. We'll have a little jammer switcheroo, and then Nightshade gets a chance to earn some points. And she's back in track. Give it up for Nightshade! But a penalty for Nightshade. I'm not sure what that one was. That was the roly-poly hand signal, which is an interference to the game. There's lots of rules. One of these rules was broken. I'm not sure what happened. I don't know what the rule was. It could maybe be because when one jammer comes back to the box, the other jammer gets to leave the box. So maybe Nightshade got up a little bit too early and left the box before being allowed, but I'm not sure. So this is a long jam, but there's only 10 seconds left. Let's see if we get any points or if it's just 0-0 jam. She's out! A nice little hop on the inside. Brilliant footwork. And Shanks coming behind, but with 0 seconds left, it's a 0-0 jam. So 2 minutes of fighting for nothing. Oh no, I was wrong. There's 4 points to Milton Keynes, so something did happen this jam. So today we have a very international game, as we always do. Roller derby is a sport which is quite niche, in case you haven't noticed. It's not the most mainstream sport, which means we often have to travel to play games. So today we have 2 English teams joining us, but we also have officials from England, from Sweden, and all the way from Holland joining us today. We have 13 minutes left of this jam, or not this jam, this period. After a roller derby game, everyone always gets a chance to high-five both teams. So at the end of the game, I'm going to invite you all back down onto the track. We're all going to stand and give high-fives. The skaters will skate around, and it's always a good time. After that, you can, of course, go over and buy some merch. There's lots of great merch. And we're back for another jam. And a quick fight. And Amazon is out. Beth is pushing to get out, but the blockers seem to have her. And a penalty for Beth for a back block, I believe. As you can see, roller derby is quite an intense sport, so we do have rules to keep each other safe. One of them is not hitting each other's backs, at least only gently. Any player can get up to 7 penalties during a game, and if they get the 7th, they have to withdraw from the game. I don't think anyone's that close to that yet, but who knows. Beth is back on track, and she's removing her star. She knows that Amazon is already lead, so she might as well set herself up for a nice little star pass. But let's see if that happens, or whether she just manages to escape. Some lovely footwork control from Amazon. One-footed backward skating, not an easy thing to do. But Beth is right behind now after her first pass. Amazon's drawing out the time, but will likely call it off at the very end. So that was a 16-point jam for Milton Keynes. Well done. That does mean we only have 10 points between the 2 teams, giving us a very exciting last 10 minutes of the game. Rowhammer's out, and Beanz is right behind. It looks like Copenhagen only has 3 blockers on the track this time, but no one's in the penalty box. That's 1 point for Copenhagen, 0 for Milton Keynes. So an 11-point difference, still not a lot. That could just be one big jam. Is out and gets lead for the first bit of this jam, and we have a star pass. Lovely moves from Tricky and a pivot right behind. Is Tricky going to get some points before calling it? More points for Tricky, but also more points for Milton Keynes, taking this jam to, I think, a 7-3 and a 15-point difference. Still not a lot. Let's give it up for our refs, please, everyone. Thank you, refs, for coming and helping us play roller derby. Let's give it up for our NSOs as well, including the official timeout person down here. We're back. A big recycle on both teams. So still no lead, but Rowhammer's coming out the front and gets lead. Bamazon fighting at the back. Rowhammer gets some points, but gets 1 foot out of the track. But no one recycles her, so she can just step back in. That's 4 points for Copenhagen. Bamazon is out. And Rowhammer calls it, bringing this jam to a 8-0 jam. Okay, we were interrupted before. Can we give it up for our NSOs, everyone? Everyone who is not in a stripy shirt, but is doing all the clipboard stuff and the timer stuff. They are amazing, and we're very grateful that they're here today. We've got Beanz out in front. Beanz gets lead. Tricky has taken off the star. Oh, a nice hit from Copenhagen, catching Beanz at the very last second. But will it be enough? Nope, Beanz gets through. And it seems like Tricky got a penalty in the meantime, which means this is a power jam. The Milton Keynes blockers are again ready to do some offense on the inside, but Copenhagen is ready. And Beanz is through. So that means we're back to a pretty close points differential. We've got Tricky back on track, and Beanz calls it off. With 6 minutes left of this jam, let's give it up for our visiting team, Milton Keynes. They have 6 minutes to get the 12 points to get ahead of Copenhagen, but Copenhagen are also ready to work these last 10 minutes or 5 minutes. Nightshade is lead. And the Milton Keynes jammer has been recycled. Nightshade is through with some fancy footwork, getting full points for Copenhagen. But an illegal contact penalty. Unfortunate timing, because now this is going to be a 2-minute jam, and the red team get to get some points. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I think this, like the final one she got a penalty for was and Nightshade is back in scoring points. And another four for Copenhagen. Lovely juking and some fancy footwork, but a little recycle. And some good recycling from Milton Keynes. Nightshade has to go all the way to the back and retry. You can see that the Milton Keynes jammer, the person with the star, is blocking right now. Maybe to make it extra hard to get extra points for Copenhagen. And there's a 20-point difference now in the last 4 minutes. Can Copenhagen hold on to it? We'll see. We've got Bamazon and Beth, and Bamazon gets lead straight ahead of everyone. Beth is struggling a little on the inside. And BethAmphetamine takes off the star so that she can potentially give it to Hurricane, who is wearing the pivot stripe right now. Milton Keynes need to give it everything to get the 16 points difference. And Bamazon brings it down to a 12-point difference. BethAmphetamine is still in the pack. Catch from Copenhagen, and Bamazon calls it. Rowhammer's out in front, giving a big push, but Beanz gets lead. Oh, some jammer and jammer action, and a quick call off. I think that's 2 points to Milton Keynes, meaning it's an 8-point difference. This may or may not be the final jam. What will the score be at the end? Who knows? Tricky's almost out on the inside, or on the outside, but is recycled. Managed to get back in and around on the inside. And we have a star pass. The Milton Keynes Roller Derby has the star and is recycled. Tricky gets to keep on going. You can see, somehow Tricky squeezes on the inside line and gets past the blockers one more time. With 25 seconds left on the period, it looks like this game is going to Copenhagen. Tricky's passed one more time, bringing Copenhagen's total for this jam to 12 points and a 20-point difference between the two teams. Can they catch Tricky? No. A nice little apex jump to finish this game. The final jam has a score of 16-0. And the unofficial score, pardon me, is 161 to 137. And the final score, 161 points to Copenhagen and 137 to Milton Keynes. Give it up for both teams. Now, I would like to invite you all down to the track. Those of you who have done it before, show everyone else how to do it. Thank you so much for coming to our first game. Now is the time for high fives. The next game will begin in 1 hour at 2:30, and it will be the two English teams playing against each other. In the meantime, we have brilliant merch from all three teams. We have activity pages for the kiddos, including coloring pages and word searches and the likes. So do have a look over on the bench behind or beside the merch. Thank you so much for coming. I have been your announcer. Come watch me ref for the next two games. Goodbye for now.